So today we are going to discuss about JavaScript basics. Today we are going to discuss about JavaScript basics. Well, guys, ServiceNow uses JavaScript basics for the development. The JavaScript basics I am going to teach you as part of this training. And tomorrow also there is a session. We are going to have a session in tomorrow, Saturday as well, because I think we couldn't continue the sessions in the past right properly. So that is why I want to take a extra session on the Saturday, on this coming Saturday. Okay. Well, guys, tomorrow, today and tomorrow we'll be taking JavaScript basics. Okay. So these basics will help you understand ServiceNow development easily. Okay. So 90% of the time we'll be using these JavaScript basics only. 90% of the time we'll be using this JavaScript only. Okay. So we are going to learn about this JavaScript in today's session and tomorrow's session as well. Okay. So to practice this JavaScript basics, where do we have to practice? We have to practice this JavaScript basics in ServiceNow platform itself. In the ServiceNow itself, you can practice this JavaScript basics. So to practice ServiceNow platform, you have to go to background scripts. Go to scripts background here. So here you need to make sure you have black screen here. This black screen is visible only when you have SNUtils extension is added to your browser. SNUtils browser is added to SNUtils Chrome browser is added to your if it is added to your browser, right? This SNUtils Chrome browser is added to your Chrome, right? So then you will be able to see this black screen, or else you won't be able to see this black screen. See, if you see this black screen, you will be able to see the suggestions. You'll be able to see the suggestion, something like this one. Okay. So the black screen so that it will be easy for you to practice JavaScript basics here. Okay. So well, guys, in ServiceNow system, first of all, in JavaScript, first of all, what we need to understand is that we need to understand declaring the variable. Declaring the variable. So variable you will be declaring in the ServiceNow system using var keyword. Okay, var. So variable name can be you can define you can define your name. You can define any variable name. Okay, so I'm just keeping my name here. Okay, my name here. My name is equal to I'm just keeping Uday Gadiparthi. Okay. Well, guys, here this is how you will declare the variable name. So you will declare the variable name using var keyword. After var, if you give any name, that is a variable name. Okay. So in this variable name, you stored Uday Gadiparthi name. You stored Uday Gadiparthi name. Okay. Well, guys, why do we have to store this Uday Gadiparthi name in this variable? Why do we have to store this Uday Gadiparthi name in this variable? Because we can reuse that Uday Gadiparthi name by using variable. We can reuse this Uday Gadiparthi name using this using this variable. Okay. So how can I reuse it? So to print the output on the console, right? You have to use gs.print here. You have to use gs.print. In the gs.print, you will pass the variable name here. Okay. So I can print the Uday Gadiparthi name multiple times here. Okay. It will print Uday Gadiparthi name 4 times here. It's printed Uday Gadiparthi name 4 times or not? Okay. So I am able to use Uday Gadiparthi name multiple times using this variable or not? So instead of Uday Gadiparthi name 4 times here, I am just declaring this Uday Gadiparthi name in this one variable. I am using that variable at multiple places, right? So value, we can use variables for reusability purpose. Okay. So you will declare the variable using var keyword. Okay, using var keyword, you will declare a variable name. So var age is equal to let's say 35. Okay, you are storing this 35 value in this variable. Let me just print gs.print here. Age. I'm just storing my name here. Okay, you can see 35 and Uday Gadiparthi. Likewise, you can store the values in the variables so that variables can be reused. Okay, so that variables can be reused. Okay, fine. Guys, here when we are declaring the variable name, var, after var keyword, you have to use var keyword to declare the variable. First of all, you need to remember. After var, you can define any variable name. So while you are actually providing the variable name, okay, so you should not keep like 77 Uday. It is not a variable name. It is not a variable name. For variable declaration, you should not use numbers in the beginning. You have used numbers in the beginning. Okay. For variable declaration, you should not use capital letter in the beginning. You should not use capital letter in the beginning. Okay. So for variable declaration, you should use always small letter in the beginning, my name. So here, if you use capital letter in the middle, here I have used N capital letter here. I have used N capital letter in the middle. So if you use capital letter in the middle, that is nothing but camel case. Okay. For JavaScript variable declaration, we will use camel case. Understand my point? For JavaScript variable declaration, we will use camel case. So here I have used camel case here. Or what we can do is, you can also use my underscore name. Something like that you can use it. Python language use this format. JavaScript use camel case. Likewise, you will be declaring the variables. Okay. JavaScript variables should be following the camel case. Is equal to Uday Gadiparthi. Always remember, guys, if you are writing something in the string, if you are writing in the single quotes, that is nothing but string. Here, my name is not actually written in the single quotes, right? If it is not written in the single quotes, that is a variable. That is a variable. If that is written in the single quotes, that is string. Here, Uday Gadiparthi is a string, right? So you are actually assigning string to this variable. You are assigning string to this particular variable. If you see even double quotes also, that is also a string. If you use double quotes also, that is also a string. If you see single quotes and double quotes, that is called a string. So why do we use double quotes is that in the string sometimes you might have single quotes. Okay. The string sometimes you might have single quotes. So if you have single quotes in the string, right? So then you have to use double quotes in the string. See, if you keep single quotes here, right? See, is it looking like a string? So if there is single quotes in the middle of the string, you have to use double quotes here. Okay. Now let me just print this one. See, this my name is not in the single quotes. This is a variable. If something is not in the single quotes, that is a variable. If something is in the single quotes, that is actually a string. If something is in the double quotes, that is also a string. Okay, now you can see it has printed the single quotes as well here. Okay, in this case, if the single quotes is in the middle of the string, then you have to use double quotes here. If there is no single quotes in the middle of the string, you can use single quotes here in the end. Okay, well, that is how you will declare the variables, guys. That is how you will declare the variables. Okay, string means difference between the string and variable. You guys are clear, right? Something is not in the single quotes, that is a variable. Something is here in the single quotes, that is a string. Okay, fine. So I am declaring variable where. So now everybody is able to understand how to declare the variable, right? Using where keyword, where color is equal to current dot get value color underscore id. So form color, right? Form color will be stored in this variable. Got my point? Form color on the form, on the incident form, there is color field, right? On the color field, whatever is the value, that value you are storing in this JavaScript variable. Got my point? Okay. So that is how you will declare the JavaScript variables. Okay. So the best part with the JavaScript variable is that JavaScript variable is data type sensitive. JavaScript variable is actually data type sensitive. Data type sensitive means it will store integers, it will store objects, it will store arrays, it also will store Boolean values, it also will store undefined values, it will store everything. JavaScript variables will store integers. Integers means numbers. It will store strings. Okay, it will store arrays, it will store objects, it will store Boolean values, it will store undefined values. So now let me just store one by one. Where my name is equal to Uday Gadiparthi. So I am actually storing string in this variable. This is a string, right? Okay. Where age is equal to 35. That is not my age. Okay. So here I'm storing the number here. Integer. I'm storing the integer in this JavaScript variable. Okay, I'm able to store string, I'm able to store integer. Now where percentage is equal to 99.08%. I'm able to store floating point number as well in the JavaScript variable. Where is past is equal to true. Past means true. Boolean values also I am able to store here in this JavaScript variable. Okay. So everywhere you see I have used small letters only. Okay, here I used P as capital letter here. To declare the JavaScript variable, I have to start with small letter. I have to use camel case. Okay. Where object is equal to, you can also store object as well. Where array is equal to, you can also store array as well. Where actual name is equal to, I am not defining this variable. I'm not defining this variable. Yeah, A should not be capital letter. Okay. So I haven't provided any value. I haven't provided any value to this actual name. So this JavaScript variable will store any type of value. Okay. JavaScript variable will store any type of value. It will store string type, it will store integer type, it will store percentage type, it will store boolean type, it will store object type, array type, undefined type. JavaScript variable will store any kind of values. Okay. Well, guys, if you remember, to get the current logged in user system ID, okay, to get the current logged in user system ID, what we will do? G underscore user dot user ID. This is what we will use, right? So this current logged in user system ID I'm storing in JavaScript variable where logged in user ID is equal to. In this JavaScript variable, I'm storing the current logged in user system ID. No point. So likewise, you will store the values in the JavaScript variables, variable declaration and all data types. JavaScript variable will store all type of data types. Okay, fine.